microphone. I'm going to try that. Now I think you can hear me. Is your mic on? Okay. It's exactly what I was worried about. Can you hear me now? I'm going to have to set this up. You know what? Maybe I'm just going to do, here's what I'll do. A quick GarageBand. Quit taking up resources on GarageBand. Don't save. There we go. Okay. Good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab my iPad. And I'll do notes on my iPad. And I'll record the Anchor. Done. And then let's do Anchor on this. And I have to make sure. Let's see. I have to go to settings and make sure these Bluetooth, Logitech, okay. Let me go to Anchor, Tools, Record. I'm going to test that I can record on this. Just testing that I can record using the headphones. Guys, I'm going to walk around just testing that you can hear me on that. It's continuing to go down. Okay, let's see. Delete recording. I'm going to try recording again just to make sure. Let me make sure. Are these things? That's probably what is recording right there. I'm going to move this over here. And if you can still hear me, then it's recording on the Logitech. Hopefully it is. Let's see. Stop. And you guys can hear me, right? Okay. Perfect. I'm recording on the Logitech. Delete recording. Okay. So I've got the podcast set up. Then I've got to get my notes set up. So here is what I'm doing, guys. I am doing a, and I got to connect to Wi-Fi. I am doing some scans. Actually, there are some fantastic scans that I've got. I'm staying at the Westin in Pasadena. And let me make sure this is S&P. Ooh, Schwab. Is that Mosaic? Altria. There is a 5. So you guys can see, I've got quite a setup here. Connect. I've got my phone recording the podcast. I've got my iPad doing my notes, and my MacBook is streaming and bringing you guys all that goodness on the scans. So let me make sure my notes update. I'm going to go down here to the bottom. Okay. I'm going to wait for this to update. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Okay, I'm going to hit. Okay. Am I the only one watching? Okay. Back. Good deal. Okay. Oh, come on. Why are you not updating? There we go. Sorry about such a long time getting set up, but it's always a chore to get set up. In this thing. MO, Altria Group. That's a good, I like that. MO, SCHW. I like Schwab. That's a good one. And now let's go down to energy. Scan on energy. Since I love my energy stocks, and they are up about 2-3% pre-market now. Okay. Hey, who's ever watching? Is it Zephan? There's somebody else in here, I think. Can you hear me on YouTube Live? I want to bring that down because I don't think that you can hear me. Okay. If you can hear me. I'm in a hotel in Pasadena, and the Wi-Fi isn't great. Okay, I'll come back to this. Let's scan on the energy markets. See if there's something. And I think Costco reports after the bell today. That's the other thing that I have to check out. I had a lot of scans today. Hey, Tyson. Okay. I think you guys can hear me on YouTube Live. I'm going to disconnect. We're going to disconnect those. Okay. I think I'm on my microphone. Let me just make sure. Do built-in microphone. I think you're going to hear a bunch of sounds, guys, just from me scrolling and stuff. Okay. Energy, PBT. Permian Basin Royalty Trust. This one crossed over, I think, a bunch. I don't like that one. This Next Decade Corporation. I don't like that chart. That cross up isn't nice enough. Okay, I'm going to leave these off. Let me look at Devon. I'm going to go into Strategy Tester. Run. Yeah, I don't like that one. Let's go to Devon. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Now we care about short term. That's going to cross up, and that is low enough that it's probably good. Let's look at Oxy. Boom, boom. Okay. God, that stream sucks. Sorry about that. Oxy looks like it's flattened. Okay, these look good. I'm going to hit record on the podcast. Good morning. It is, what is it? Wednesday, September 21st. I am in a hotel in Pasadena, California. I'm live on YouTube. I am trying my best to do live on YouTube. If you guys can't hear me on YouTube, what I'll try and do is add the voice from the podcast so that you at least have that portion on YouTube. But I am, Zephon's in there, and there's a few people in there. I think they've said they can hear me. So I'm going to do this podcast as best I can. I wanted to start out with, hey, today, don't do anything until 2 o'clock. The Fed's meeting. Powell is going to say the market expecting a 75-point rate increase, and essentially, if they get it, the market should be doing okay. If they raise it a point, you're going to see the market turn down. If they're going to only do a half point, then you're going to see the market roar. If Powell says, hey, labor is under control because right now people are not having a problem hiring anymore. People are coming back to work. So the reality of the situation is if Powell says that, watch out. The market's off for the races. But I wouldn't do anything until probably the afternoon. If one of the questions that I got on Twitter yesterday while I was flying when I got off the airplane was, hey, how do I know how to trade TQQQ versus SQQQ? Well, it's trend. You got to use trend, and you got to identify, okay, am I in a short-term trade, a medium-term trade, or a long-term trade? And then you look at your moving averages. 9, 21, 50, and 200 are the ones that I use. If you're identifying a trend, let's use Costco as a great example. I'm not going to use TQQQ or SQQQ, but look at this. Look at these the lines here. So the red is the 200-day. The green is the 9-day. The yellow is the 21-day. And the blue is the 50-day. So if I want to know what kind of trend Costco is in, I'm going to look at that. Now, I can go to, this is a 4-hour candle chart. I can go to a 1 minute. Let's go to a 1 minute chart. If you're going to want to day trade Costco on this one, you go to a 1 minute and you look at the trend. Look, we went from a negative trend to a positive trend when you go for a 1 minute chart. And the 200 days moving up, the 500 moving up, the 9 and the 21 are all moving up. It's a positive sense. If you're on a 4-hour and your time frame is medium term, you're in a downward trend. So if you're trying to determine between SQQQ and TQQQ, use your moving averages, use your relative strength index, use the MACD, use your indicators to identify what trend you're in on the time frame that you're actually trading. That's the best way to try and determine, okay, which one should I actually trade in? And the reason why I'm using Costco as an example, they've got earnings coming up here. It is after the bell, I think. I think it's, post-market today. No, I'm sorry, tomorrow. Tomorrow after the market. I've told you guys around 500. This is a great buy around 500. They may make an announcement that, hey, with inflation, we have to do a membership increase. They may say that their margins have been shrunken. They may say some things that move this stock back up to the 530, 540 level. Let's take a look at Costco and FinViz, so I can look at the 52-week and everything like that. This is an earnings play, and if you want to see how Costco reacts to earnings, I think my weekly stock on Twitter and on Instagram, I think he's got a look at Costco and how it responds to earnings. Great. Sign up for his newsletter. Follow him on Twitter. Follow him on Instagram. He's got great tools, and if you want to trade Costco on earnings, absolutely go. You can see their PEs are rather high, but that's not crazy. You pay for Costco because Costco is so good. Year-to-date performance, they're 12%. The S&P, I think, is down about 15%, so they're beating the S&P, which is great. You've got a 0.72% dividend yield. You are 22% above your 52-week high, and you're 18% below your you're 22% above your 52-week low, 18% below your 52-week high. Your 52-week high is 612. I think you could go back there. again, look at this triangle here. This is an ascending triangle that's kind of forming. It got beaten down and it broke that triangle. So currently you're in a quote-unquote free fall in this one. When you look at the most recent analyst upgrades from Deutsche Bank, hold to buy, 525 to 579. So you're below that 525 to 570. They moved it from 525 to 579. You can see March, $600 range from Truist. Telsey Advisory Group, 610, 615. So you've got quite a bit of movement here. The first article is calculating the fair value of Costco. I like Costco. I may add to Costco. Remember I said, one of the things that I was going to do was trade Qualcomm, and I think that was Monday before I left. It had a cross up. We're doing right on, see it's capitulating right here. You're kind of moving on this 123. You're at 125 right now. It hasn't really moved. You've been in this range. The MACD has been going. The RSI slowly moving up at 40. So Costco and Qualcomm, I still think those are great. Roblox, let's talk about Roblox, because Roblox had a huge downfall. And again, it's because bond rates are going up. So anything with high growth multiple is going to go down. Look at that tank. So you had this buy at 37 here. You could have gotten out at 46. I kept telling people, look at that button hook that's starting around there. Get out. If you guys didn't get out and you're still holding Roblox, shame on you. This was super, super clear with that MACD cross down right here. And the RSI is now at 32. At some point, this becomes a buy. I would not probably trade this one today, even though it's likely that if Powell says something, this could soar. It could also completely get its legs, cut out from underneath it. See that MACD, that strike line, that MACD line, that blue line is well under that strike line. It's got no support level whatsoever. But I wanted to bring this one up because it's a great example of take your profits when you can. Let's look at one of the ones that I think held up. I brought up on Monday, Snowflake, and another one, which was the other one that I brought up, Snowflake and Tesla as hanging on. The other one that's held on is Uber. And Uber had a cross up, and I know I covered this one at 29. You're at $30 right now, so you're not far off that, but you can see that button hook right there. So I wouldn't probably trade this one. The RSI is at 47. Their earnings are coming up on November 3rd. I do think I used Uber yesterday to travel from my house to the airport because there's no great parking at Newark Airport. But that button hook right there makes me kind of think that this is going to capitulate around 30. If you look at Uber in FinViz and we look at their 52-week range, they are 35% below their 52-week high, which is 48. They are 58% above their 52-week low, which is 19. I don't know that you're necessarily going. I think you could go back down. If you look at the chart on FinViz, that 27 is probably providing you a pretty good support level right there. So again, I don't know that I'd necessarily buy this at 30. I wouldn't trade it, but I wanted to bring this up because it has held up through this downturn rather well. You haven't lost a ton of money. You haven't made a ton of money. But this is a stock that, in my mind, this one stays. This one continues to make money. This one's a good long-term investment. So what I wanted to do was go over scans. And this is going to be a super short podcast, but the scans that I went over today and the ones that look good, this one is a great long-term purchase. PepsiCo, PEP. And essentially, I hold it in my long-term portfolio. My guess is that I bought this somewhere in the neighborhood of 2000, 2004. I've held this and Coke because I am addicted to freaking soda. The cross-up happened at 168. When we look at PepsiCo, part of the reason why it's a good play specifically today is the food shortage, and it's got a 2.72% dividend. Super well-run company. It is only down 2% year to date. The S&P is down 15% minimum, I think. Let's look at SPY. What's SPY down? SPY is down 19%. So it's even, again, with PepsiCo down 2%, you're beating the overall S&P. Performance for 1 year, you're up 10%. It is 13% above its 52-week low. It's 6% below its 52-week high. With food shortage stuff, this is a snack. This is Pepsi, Mountain Dew, whatever soda you like that's not Coke. It's Pepsi. So I like that one. And again, the cross up here is at 168. The RSI is a little high, but if you're looking for something long term, if you drink soda, if you don't drink soda, don't buy this. If you're a health food nut like Lala, who likes App Harvest, don't buy this one. This is for the debauchery folks like me who love Pepsi. I don't drink alcohol. I drink Pepsi. TSM. Now, chips have been just beaten down beyond belief. TSM is included in that. And this has a MACD cross up here at 78.16. It's trading at 77, so it's even down. The RSI is at 35, and that MACD is kind of low. I do think that this is a great opportunity if you want to look. The average win is only 6%. The algorithm makes you 8% over 1,000 candles in this. Buying and holding loses you 1.72%. It came up on a scan. Personally, I don't own this one. I'm bringing it up because it did come up on a scan that it just had that MACD cross up. And again, my algorithm kind of scans on that. Their earnings are coming up October 12th. So this, if they do have things under control with the chips and the inventories, my guess is that this could make one of those 6 to 8% moves now between now and October 12th when they report earnings. That's why I bring it up. So SPNS, Synopsys. Let's see what they do. This is, the reason this one came up is I scanned all of the, SNPS. I scanned all the ARK fund holdings in TrendSpider. Year-to-date performance, you're down 14%. This is an ARK fund holding. And what Synopsys does provides electronic design automation software used to design and test integrated circuits. The company offers Fusion Design platform that provides digital design implementation solutions. You can read all about it in FinViz if you want to. Now, the analyst recommendations are 445. That's the most recent, and that is in September right now. Stifel just initiated that September 8th. You're trading at 316. And the reason I bring this up, you can see the PE is kind of high, but for ARK Fund, this isn't super high. You're 24% above your 52-week low. You're 19% below your 52-week high. There is no dividend. There are earnings with this company. They are trading. They are an ARK Fund holding. The reason why I bring it up, the RSI is down at 34. And the cross-up is 316. I think this is a good one for those momentum traders. The average win on this is 11%. You had 19 positions. 8 of them were winners. I think it's been beaten down enough. There's a gap here between 336 and 331. You do have to make $30 for your $31, $32 per share for your 10% on this one. But I think you could turn this one around. Again, prior to Powell, this one might not be a great one, but I do like this. If the employment market is to start hiring again, ADP, probably a good one, and they just had a MACD cross-up. Their MACD cross-up here is at 233. They have earnings coming up October 25th. The RSI is at 44. This one is an interesting one because the algorithm makes you as much money as buying and holding. The average win is 10.86%. Now, the difference is there were 23 positions taken. Only 8 of them were wins. And when I looked at this one long term, let's look at ADP and some of their financial stuff in FinViz. Their PE is 33. The forward PE is 26. They do pay a 1.78% dividend. Their year-to-date performance, they're down 5%. So down 5% versus the S&P that's down 19%. I'd take this one all day long. You are right in the middle. You are 10% off your 52-week high, 21% above your 52-week low. So it's kind of in the middle. You're trading at 233. The most recent upgrade from Bank of America was right at 223 is what they put the price target at. So playing this one into earnings for me, probably a good one. And on the kind of Paychex, Payx, is one that came up in the scan as well. And this one, the scan, waiting for TrendSpider. The actual price is 120 that the scan came up on. The RSI is at 43. Their earnings are sooner than ADP. That's why I bring this up. September 27th. So next week. Again, 120. This one on the algorithm, you make 50%. Buying and holding, you make 55%. What's interesting is it's 43%, 10 wins, 13 losses over 23 positions. So you kind of make the same. The average win is 6.93%. So you do have a gap up here between 125 and 126. You have to get into the 135 range, which is up in this realm. The latest, the last run was July 18th. It got you out August 26th for a 12% gain. So I like this one. Again, this one with ADP I thought was a good one. I wouldn't necessarily trade anything until 2 o'clock because you don't know what the market's going to do and what Powell's going to say. Another one that came up was CGen. And CGen is one, I've traded this one before. 142 was the cross up. But let's see what CGen does. CGen, come on, biotechnology company, develops and commercializes therapies for the treatment of cancer in the United States and internationally. So they're a biotech company. June 29th, Raymond James said 220 was their price target with an outperform rating. This one does not make money. Year to date, though, they're only down 8%, so they're beating the S&P even though they're not making money. They are a highly respected biopharmaceutical company. Again, 142 right there. You can see it. The RSI is at 36. Their earnings are coming up October 27th. They are 26% below their 52-week high, 35% above their 52-week low. So I think you have some opportunity. Again, if the market turns around, do I think we're going back to the May 100 mark on this one? I don't think so. There's too much support level up here, right at about 135. That's why I say this 142. I think you've gone through this. You've got this gap up here. I think you've got some volume protection here at about 140. So that's why I like that one. MO, which is, I want to see the name, Altria. This is the vaping group. And this one's interesting because it's a total, I'm going to pull this one back. You're not going to be able to see this really well on YouTube with the chart if I pull it back, and it's a little, but this one got beaten up with some lawsuits. And what's interesting about this one is the algorithm loses you 3%, but it's gotten beaten up so much, and it's got this MACD cross up here at 42. Their earnings are coming out October 27th. This one came up just as an interesting one. If you vape, some of my younger kids that are on here, I wouldn't steer you into vaping. I wouldn't steer you into making money on vaping. The only reason I bring this up is because of this lawsuit where this one, you can see, even the great run that we had from June to August, you didn't make much money on this one. I don't know what the catalyst is going to be on this, but I wanted to bring this up just because, well, honestly, it came up and I was like, oh, I can't believe this one's actually performing better than the S&P. You can see all the downgrades with the lawsuits that they've got coming up. Yeah, 8.76% dividend. That's crazy. They just passed their dividend date, though. But you can see the dividend was taken out. Probably goes back to that 45. So that's kind of why I brought it up. I talk about brokerage, how I love Fidelity. And by the way, Fidelity saved my day. Again, if you guys want Fidelity, let me know. Send me a note because my broker said, hey, he will email you directly and kind of touch base with you if you want to sign up, because he does get supported based on how many signups he gets. So if you guys want, just reach out to me and I'll figure out how to get you signed up for Fidelity. Yeah, Schwab. I mean, again, let's look at Schwab here. I'm going to put it in. The reason why I bring this up is just because I'm a fan of these brokerage firms. I'm a fan of not Robinhood. I think Robinhood is just a company that kind of doesn't do anything. You got a 1.2% dividend. You're 23% off your 52-week low, 23% off your 52-week high. You're right at 73. You're down 12% for the year. I think this is a financial firm that will, look at that triangle right there. It's probably, and it's breaking above the triangle. That is clear for a breakout. Look at the trend. Look at the trend lines on those. And if you, we're going to zoom in on this. Their earnings are coming up as well. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to bring this down. We're going to sync this up. Bring that down there. We're going to move this back here. So their earnings are coming up on October 13th. And 73 in my mind, again, financials, I think this one's going to do well. You've got a couple of weeks until earnings come up. Your average win on this is 11%. The performance chart, 68% on the algorithm, 107% for buy and hold. What's really interesting is you have, out of 28 positions, you have 10 wins. So you have some good amount of, look at this the last loss was 2%. It got you in on September 8th, got you out September 19th with a 2% loss. But the win before that was, it got you in July 28th, it got you out August 29th, and again, it got you out a little late. You could have gotten out with probably 10%, but it officially got you an 8% win. That's where I like this. Look at that channel that it's creating right there, and you saw on FinViz. Look at that. That's a daily chart. So Schwab I like. So that's where I'm going to leave you guys today. Let me see. I probably have a couple of messages on Facebook, on YouTube, but I'm going to look at that. That's where I'm going to leave you guys today. I am working. It is now 7 o'clock. I am getting ready to go to IHOP to get some breakfast. I work till 8 o'clock tonight. I will try and do another one tomorrow just because I'll wake up. It'll probably be a pretty simple one like this. So wait till 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock is when Jerome Powell starts speaking. I don't know what he's going to say. I don't know what the market's going to do. If I had to take a guess, 75 basis points is priced in. I think he's going to say, hey, the market is doing what we expect it to do. Even though we saw inflation go up, we're seeing some indicators that are not lagging, that are more recent, that are positive news. That's going to make the market fly. Personal guess. I'm not a fortune teller. That's just my guess. I could be completely wrong. And by the way, if you're going on my trading patterns, I am completely wrong. Most of the time, I absolutely am wrong. But if you have any questions, hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on YouTube. Do a comment on YouTube. Remember, there's a lag between the start of the YouTube channel and the start of the actual podcast. And I'm going to hang out on YouTube a little bit more, answer some questions, see what I can do for anybody. Okay? Take care. Have a great day, guys. And I'm going to name 921 pod, add recording to episode. Hopefully that worked out. Hopefully my phone does not crash. Insert add. Processing. Okay, let me see what's up on YouTube. Huh. Zephan, you ain't kidding. It's going to be a crazy afternoon. Crazy afternoon. A couple minutes. Scans were good today. I like them. Okay, let me add, insert add. What is the interlude that I usually use? I forget what it is. Which one do I use? This one's 3 seconds. I'll use that one. Add interlude to episode. We'll put this there. And save. Publish. FedSpeak. Now, market update 921. Do 921.22. Interesting. And I am going to. Where's my? There we go. Put that there. Placeholder. Done. Publish. Your podcast. Okay. Guys, you got questions for me? While I go to Anchor. Zephan, man, you're always up early. If you're West Coast, you're up crazy early. And I'm shocked that the hotel Wi-Fi allows me to stream like this. The hotel Wi-Fi has been spotty at best. Hoping the market Zephan, be careful. Those bull market runs. Good for you. I was up at 3. But that's after like 15 hours of freaking that's why I couldn't hear myself. I didn't have it playing. Let's see. I am going to edit this episode.
I think you guys can hear me on YouTube Live.
Where am
Disconnect.
Okay.
Disconnect those. Okay. I
Up at
think I'm
4,
on my
man.
microphone. Let me just make sure. Built-in microphone. I think you're going to hear a bunch of sounds, guys, just from me scrolling and stuff.
I got to do this.
Okay.
I like Costco, by the way.
Energy.
If you want to trade Costco, I wouldn't be upset about that one at all. I may trade Costco. The problem is I'm working.
I think a bunch. They don't like that.
Update episode details.
I don't like that chart.
Paste.
That cross up is nice.
Okay, I'm going to do Cost earnings.
Leave these off. Devin. Go into strategy tester.
F. Oh, we looked at Roblox. I like Roblox.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Bonds, Uber. I like Uber. Cover trading using trends. Do that. TSM. Synopsis. Oh, I can't do all this. Okay. I hate doing this on my freaking iPhone. Save changes. Okay, guys, I'm getting off. I gotta go shower and eat my breakfast at IHOP.
That's gonna cross up, and that is.
Thanks, you guys, for watching. I am going to
Good. Let's look at Oxy.
hit me up with any Zephin. Hit me up on Instagram or something if you buy something. Trade the trend. I'd say watch that momentum swing. Do a 1 minute chart at 2 o'clock.
Sucks.
If you can get it, great.
Oxy looks like it's flattened.
I think I have new subscribers.
I'm gonna hit record on the podcast.
New subscribers. Yep. D-Man replied to my thing.
It is.
Hopefully D-Man got that link. Guys, if you want to go, one of the previous ones, I think it was the last.
Live on YouTube.
I gotta turn that down. The last. The last episode that I did, D-Man replied, "What subscription-based apps do I use?" I posted a Twitter link to a great Twitter thread that I had that had all of the free stuff that, if you guys don't know, Bloomberg Terminal is something that you pay, I think it's $250,000, $80,000, somewhere in that neighborhood. It's thousands of dollars a year. And all that does, the Bloomberg Terminal, is it brings all of this information, kind of like FinViz, into one place. But it's significantly more than FinViz. It is trends. It is something of the nature of, all of the patterns that come out. It's got AI with patterns and stuff. But it's a lot of money. TrendSpider's moving in that direction for a God, what is this going on? For a charting perspective. But this guy posted he's got a Bloomberg terminal. He posted every link to everything that you can get free on the internet. So check that out. It's in one of the YouTube comments for the last one. I think it was the 18th. Or maybe the 19th, where I did a live one. But I'm out. Play it safe, Zephin. Save your money. I'm telling you, Zephin, I think Costco is a great long-term play. I think Schwab is a great long-term buy. I like those two. Pepsi today. Man, I own a lot of Pepsi. Well, I should say I own more Coke than I own Pepsi. Roblox, I think you can make money at Uber and Roblox long term. I think those are the two that I think will significantly go up. I liked Synopsis too, SNPS. I really like that one. Altria, the MO, if you vape. But, okay guys, I am out of here. Take care, have fun. Hit me up on one of the other platforms. I am going to stop this right now. Stop.